Good morning, Darkbreaker. Hello, how are you? Good day. How are we doing this morning? Hopefully everything is nice and loud. Nothing is amiss. Happy Sunday. It's you're doing good. That's great. I'll see if I can find a copy of Under Paris. I know for myself, I watched it on Netflix. Hello, Zombie Nation. Hello, Custos. Happy Sunday. Good morning. You're just having some dinner? Nice. What is for supper tonight? I am going to have a stuffed chicken breast. Yeah. Trying a new recipe tonight. Hopefully it works out good. Nice evil. Yes, we do have evil going on today. So it is up and running. Burgers with bacon. Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with that. Let's see where my evil is at. 282. I'll take it. Hello, Deadwalk. Hi, Don. Good morning. Deadwalk, hello on all venues. I appreciate it. Mischief Maker. How are you, Mischief? Coffee is so good. Oh, I should move over my multi-chat here because it seems like it's a little too close. So let's go right there and see how that works. I love trying to figure stuff out on stream. What's so closed? Mine is today low, but you've been puppy sitting. Okay, yeah, it's hard to be evil when you're puppy sitting, 100%. Mischief Maker, I'm not bad. You're okay? I'm all right as well. I'm not doing too bad. Exactly, Deadwalk. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube that you are in live chat and not top chat. You can change it right there. And if you're on mobile, same thing. Mobile, you want to click on the chat part and then go to live. Had to grocery shop. That's disgusting, Deadwalk. So you had to go amongst the normies, hey? Hello, Macabre. How are you? Oh, it's right. My bot is not running. Hold on a second. Oh, shoot. Let's see. We have heard my bot, Firebot, is actually having little bits of issues. So we may, I seen the update in their Discord. So I'm not too sure if everything is going to run correctly. I'm going to stop it and then restart it. And my bot account is, yeah. You got to love Firebot. Unfortunately, there are things with Firebot that is out of my control. Like the fact that Twitch keeps deleting them, basically. Twitch keeps deleting the bot account and the streamer account, which is a real pain in the ass. Because you have to constantly update it. I updated this right before we went live, so thank goodness I always have a few minutes. Just waiting on this damn snow. Oh, you guys are supposed to get a lot of snow, right? With I just updated Firebot. So if you guys are using Firebot at this moment and you've already updated and you go live, make sure you update again because mine obviously did not stick, which is not a good thing. So if you're using Firebot as a content creator, make sure that your logins are back in because I did that this morning and my logins were still not in. So, but we'll see what happens to the bot. I don't know. Yeah, snow. You guys are, how much snow are you guys supposed to get? You're writing? Nice, Macabre. That's always good. That is always good. I am waiting for this to happen. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I really don't want any of it. Yeah, nobody wants snow. I mean, Pixie wants snow, but that's because she lives in Florida where the weather is insanely hot and humid. Let's see if this worked now. I'm going to have to warn Serial about it because Firebot is a bot that he uses for the next time he is live. 3 to 6 inches. Yeah. We have a lot of fucking snow outside. Right now it's a little too cold, but it's supposed to warm up a bit next week. We might get some more snow. Have you ever heard that Truth or Dare, A Criminal Madness since 1986, back from the horror filming with a deep dive into? Oh, no? Am I a big baby because I literally cried when Friday the 13th service shut down? Not at all, Fallen. I don't mind snow. It's the ice that comes with it. I don't mind the snow per se, but it's all the bullshit that comes with it as well. You know what I mean? Sailor, how are you, darling? Fallen, I've met many, many great friends during the gameplay of Friday the 13th. It's pretty sad that you can't utilize the game anymore unless you're on an older Xbox. So I can still play Friday the 13th. However, it only works on bots, virtual cabin, and the challenges. And it only works on the elder consoles. It doesn't work on the Series X. So, I mean, we're lucky that we get to play it. If you have an elder console, you'll be able to play it, but not online. And it is sad. It is a very sad as the first came in, Friday the 13th went down. Oh, yeah. See, I have an Xbox One. I have an Xbox One X, and then I have my Series X. And it only works on my older generation consoles. It does not work on my Series X. That's why autumn is my favorite season. It's not too cold. It's just not hot. It's just perfect. Yeah. Autumn is nice. I like one good freeze and snow to clean the air and kill the viruses. Then I'm good. Oh, 100% zombie. 100%. If I posted on Twitter, you look it up, I'll be... Okay, Don. Sounds good. I like all the seasons. I mean, we get cold here. It does kill everything. We don't have fleas. If you have fleas, it's for a very short amount of time because our summers aren't that hot and they're not that... we only get maybe a short stint of hot weather, a couple of weeks of hot weather. But then when we get the cold, it kills everything. Everything fucking dies. Ticks, fleas, you name it, dead. Yeah, Firebot is up and running. We had to sign in. I'm going to have to tell Serial about it as well, that he's going to have to sign in and sign out of both of his accounts, the bot account and the Fire account. You like spring? Yeah, spring is nice, but here it rains. It's just rain, straight rain, which is nice because it's also sunny. It's not gloomy rain. Not like depressed rain. It's more happy, go lucky rain here, which is nice. I just can't get away from I want to get away from the cold. I'm done with the cold. Yeah, some places, Texas, Arizona, Florida, I've heard get really disgusting in the summertime. And it's like, why can't we have a place that is like in the middle? You have beautiful summer. You got a mild winter. A little bit of snow is fine, but you're not dipping down into -40. Your face isn't freezing off the minute you step outside, and the wind doesn't feel like it's cutting your skin off. I'd love to live in a place like that. Because I'll tell you right now, walking outside, even just to get the mail or to walk Loki, well, Loki won't even walk in this stuff, but just to go outside to get the mail or get out of your car to go into your office or whatever, it literally feels like the wind is cutting your fucking skin off. And the only thing that I have is my face that shows, right? I can verify Texas summers are hell. Hello, Mystic Dawn. How the hell are you? Happy New Year. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. But yeah, I'm like so done with the cold. I am over 102 with 80% humidity. Yeah, that's also gross. And Heavy and I were looking to move to warmer climate, and Texas was the kind of temperatures that we're looking for without the high humidity, unlike Florida. But still, I still can't wrap my mind around being in like 104-degree weather, and I don't know if I want that either. I'd like to find a state that is right in between, you know what I mean? That is not fucking cold in the winter, but it's not dying hot in the summer. I don't know if you can find that anywhere. Get yourself a balaclava or something that covers your face. I hate covering my face, as every time I breathe in, that hot air makes that mask around your mouth and your nose kind of wet, and then it makes it even fucking colder. I have numerous face masks, and I can't stand them. Cyprus is lovely. Where the hell is Cyprus? Does it, we hit 120 this last year? Yeah, that's so fucking gross. but I can't find any state that has a nice in between. You know what I mean? I can't find one that has just a nice in between. They all have extremes of something. I was looking at Utah and then I was like, nah, fuck Utah. I see what their winters are like. Fuck that. I do my research on the states, right? The Midwest is always extreme, like 105 in the summer and really cold in the winter. Oh, one of the EU states. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah. We are at our coldest so far right now at 38 Fahrenheit. What is 38 Fahrenheit? Let me see. My bot will tell me how. DEG 38. 3 degrees Celsius. I could live in 3 degrees Celsius. However, I don't like the super hot heat. We are still looking at Texas as a place to go. The good thing is it's as Greek as you want it to be, but as English as you want it to be. That's really cool. I like to visit there. My sister is visiting somewhere out there by Greece. Hey, Dead End, how are you? Happy New Year. I have the same issue, but it's better than looking and feeling like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat blasted me in the face. Yeah, I know, Deadwalk. It's the pros and the cons, right? 2 or 3 degrees Celsius. See, I can live in 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. I mean, if I wish it stayed here. I really do. I wish, the weather went to like 2 degrees Celsius and would stay that way. Then it wouldn't be such a big fucking deal. I wouldn't be so pissy about the cold. But I tell you, like yesterday, you step outside and it felt like my face was being ripped off. You might like it in the panhandle of Texas. It's not as hot up there. What is that considered? Like, where is that? What is the panhandle of Texas? Yeah, it's like 1 to 2 degrees Celsius here. Gonna drop snow bombs tomorrow, supposedly here in Northern Virginia. Oh. Well, be safe there, guys. Be safe if you're getting a lot of snow. Snow can be kind of crazy. The top. Okay, so the top of the state. Okay, I'll have to Google and take a look at that. Hey, Ace, how are you? Good morning. Actually, good evening. In 2 to 3 Celsius, raw and heavy would be running around in shorts and tank tops. You bet that. You betcha, because in -5, I'll have my windows open. It really goes over 100 here, and I never really gets colder than 17. Where are you again, zombie? Currently 11 degrees Celsius. Nice. 51 Fahrenheit in Cyprus. Oh, that's not bad. Chloe, how are you? I hope they make Sadness too. I wonder if Kat survived. Kat did not survive. And no, they're probably not going to make a Sadness too. Okay, so PA, Pennsylvania. Let's see what our tarot cards have to say for us going into this week. Heading into this week, what do we need to know? What do we need to see? As we head into a new week, what do we need to know and what do we need to see? And if you guys are wanting to watch Under Paris, Netflix is the place where you can find the film Under Paris. Under Paris is not a horrible film. It's pretty good in terms of shark movies, which, you really can't go off of me because I don't watch a lot of shark movies because they give me anxiety. So Under Paris was pretty good. But you can experience all 4 seasons in one day. Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that. Interesting. All right, let's see what our first card is about. The 4 of Water. Instead of dwelling on opportunities that were missed because whatever reason you missed that opportunity, don't focus upon that. Some of us are feeling bored or discontent with where we are at in life. And that is going to be temporary for you. Those feelings are valid, and look at those feelings and see how you can evaluate what you are currently feeling and what is currently surrounding you this week. Because it's not all bad, but don't beat yourself up about it. The next card is Justice, and this card is a major arcana card. Some of you are dealing with some stuff right now, a situation that's going to be, the outcome is going to be just. It's going to be fair and just decisions on your behalf. For you deciding on what you want to go on to in life after this, like, you're looking at reevaluating things in your life and doing something more. Just make sure that you follow what you feel is right. You already know what you want to do. A lot of us second guess what we want or what we're going to do because we're afraid of the fear of the unknown. And well, Have courage. Have courage. You're not too bad. Awesome. At last. And have fun. The next card is the Page of Air. This is going to be the energy that is going to be surrounding us this week. Logical, honest, impulsive, and curious. You may feel a bit impulsive, or you might do an impulse buy. Just be forewarned about that. There's going to be some information this week that you're going to receive that's going to be a little challenging for you. You may feel a little overwhelmed by this information. There may be a little standstill in your plans. Don't beat yourself up about it. This is natural. It happens. For some of us, you may actually get some truth delivered without tact, meaning that someone's not going to sugarcoat something to you. A lot of the times, we're so used to people being nice and sugarcoating what they want to really say. But this week, we may have some information come at us without any tact. So they're not going to sugarcoat it, but it's going to be something that you need to hear. Not everybody, just some of us. And our fourth card is the World card, which is a great card this week. It's a job well done card. It's saying you've done a great job. Continue what you're doing. Stop worrying about the fears of the unknown, even though it's super easy to worry about it. There's a lot of joy and contentment, a lot of gratitude. Gratitude is an amazing thing. Waking up every morning and being grateful just to be here is one way to start your day in a positive light, regardless of what's going on around you. You are on the right path as well. So if you're wondering this week, you want to get out of the boredom, you're feeling stuck, you're feeling like you need to do more, and you figure out what you want to do and you head in that direction, know that you are on the right path. You are going on the right path. So that is your cards for the day today. I feel like we've been in the middle of a huge shift since late November and we're just getting over the hump. I think so as well. Like, I had a challenging week this week and it's very easy to focus on the negative, to focus on the shit that's being shitty around you. It's super, super fucking easy. It's hard to be grateful even in times of heartache and times of stress, because it's a lot easier to be absorbed by those feelings. And you have to actually work at it. But I promise you, if you're going through a struggle right now, writing down a few things that you are grateful to have will start the process of your brain changing and seeing more of a positive side of things. Like I said, I had a rough week. And at first it was super hard to see exactly what I was grateful for. And then, of course, I continue my grateful writing in the Discord under the gratitude channel thread. And it actually helps open your eyes to actually see that there are still some good things, even if you are surrounded by unhappy energy or unhappy stuff. It happens. It happens to all of us, and it happens to us at different times. That's why I love that gratefulness part of Discord. Since I started using it, I challenge myself to end every morning writing 100+ words of gratitude. That's amazing, Macabre. Good for you. Hello, Aaron. How are you? Pictures Macabre staring at a blank page and just jotting down the word anything. Hello, Wickedy. How are you? But it helps. And I know some people, whatever, but we do have a thread in the Discord under the positive life, under the support category. And you can write what you want in there, what you're grateful for. It could be just one thing. I do 5 things every morning. And then in my notebook at night, but my journal at night by my bed, I do 5 things at night. So I do 10 things that I am grateful for. And at first, they may be hard to come to. If you're just starting out on this path, it may be a bit hard. But as simple as things, you could be grateful for the shoes on your feet, the coffee in your cup, the fact that you have electricity, the fact that you have internet. You can start off with these basic things that you're grateful for. And once you start on that path, you'll start rolling into more, and it'll just come easier and easier. And then you'll be grateful for so many different things. It does get easier. I have a lot to be thankful for with all the things I've been going through. That's good, Jado. That's good. And recognizing that will also help change that mindset of yours into a more positive frame of thought. And it does. It really does help. I know it helps for myself, Macabre. There's a few others of us that do exactly that. I got to tell you something. I saw a movie the other night called Unnameable. No, I never heard of it, Wickedy. Today we're going to be discussing Under Paris from 2024. If you've never been to a coffee chat of horrors, it's super easy. Hi, Danny. It's super easy. You can sit, listen, and lurk and listen to the information that I am going to give, or you can be a part of the chat, ask questions, chat amongst yourselves, be a part, get involved with the conversation at hand. I do respond to questions. I do get sidetracked, and we are live on Twitch as well. So Twitch will have a ad every so often, which then allows me to sidetrack and talk about other things other than the deep dive. I can't think of anything else that is not a part or that I have to say about Coffee Chat of Horrors if you're new. But yeah, please feel free to join the conversation. And yeah, if not, just hang out. If you want to catch the VOD, you are able to over on YouTube. It'll have chapters as well. After stream, if you get a chance, look at the trailer. I will see if I can find it and take a look at the trailer. It's been a while. Well, how you doing, Danny? I hope you're doing good. And I think we're going to start a few minutes early. All right, let's get into it. We have the trailer as well for Under Paris. I guess Kat was immune to the virus and sadness. Well, okay, so quickly before we head into CCOH, Chloe, Kat, at the end of the sadness, she gets out onto the ceiling, onto the roof, right? She knows that there is military coming in helicopters. As she opens the door and steps out, you hear gunfire. I doubt Kat survived getting out of the building. They were expecting a doctor, right? So you have this military helicopter, probably, you know, fit to the nines with guns, and they're expecting a male doctor to come out on the roof. He didn't say that he has a secondary person. He just said, hey, I'm going to be picked up by the military. Well, his ass dies. And here comes this young girl that comes up and out of the building. They don't know who she is. She's not the doctor. She could be infected with the whatever disease, virus that it is, right? And you hear the gunfire. So you kind of put two and two together. I doubt she survived that gunfire because that was massive gunfire. Hello, Rainy. How are you? So far, it's okay. How about you, Wickedy? It's similar to the ending of Night of the Living Dead. Yes, it is very similar to the Night of the Living Dead. But I doubt it. In sadness, that's what I got from my hearing from the hospital nursery doctor. Yeah, well, he dies, right? And they're expecting a doctor to come out, not a chick. And they know the doctor, right? So they probably thought the doctor didn't make it. She is infected. Shoot her down. Let's not take any risks. I'm good, Rainy. I can't complain. I can't complain. All right, guys, we are going to dive into Under Paris from 2024.
You like scary movies and coffee.
The following show is based on research on horror movies and what goes on behind the scenes of your favorite scary movies. HORDE Entertainment or ReAnimateHer is not responsible for the macabre and horror that you are about to witness. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, good morning, Daywalkers. I am ReAnimateHer, your queen of horror, and this is Coffee Chat of Horrors, the only horror show that likes its coffee just like its magic, and that is black. Today's screams come to you from the warped mind of Xavier Gens in Under Paris. So buckle up, ghouls, and make sure you sit here and enjoy your coffee as we traverse the realms that nightmares are made of. Chloe, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, so Under Paris was directed by Xavier Gens and written by Yannick Dahan, Maud Haywang, and Xavier Gens. The estimated budget in American dollars is about $20 million, and the box office estimation is about $98.4 million, which is not a bad profit when your budget was $20 million. Netflix was the company that took this over and actually put it out there because Xavier had hell of a time trying to find a French production company that would want to produce this movie. After a while, Netflix is like, yeah, we'll produce this movie. So this is how we got Under Paris. The plot for Under Paris, set during the summer of 2024, Paris hosts the World Triathlon Championships on the Seine for the first time. Amidst this high-stakes event, Sophia, a brilliant scientist, teams up with Mika, a young environmental activist, and Adel, the Seine River Police commander. Their mission is to stop a massive shark named Lilith lurking in the Seine and avoid the catastrophic events in the city. This is a fun shark film. Maybe next weekend I'm going to watch it. Definitely watch it. It's on Netflix. Good morning, Moon over Miami. How are you? Netflix really gives life or new life to a film and shows people shit on. Yeah, exactly, Deadwalk. When this movie was coming out, it didn't get a good reception from a lot of people beforehand. They were just, talking shit about this movie. But I'm going to dive into the trailer right now so you guys can check it out for yourselves. Before we go in any further, there are spoilers for this. So if you want to see this movie without the spoilers, then you may want to mute me and keep the video up. And if you don't mind, well, then we're just going to go into it. So there will be spoilers. Moon over Miami, thank you very much for your 5-month resub over on YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for continuing to be a sponsor over there. All right. You're liking the name of the shark? Yeah, the name of the shark has significance as well, and I'll get into that. Let's do the trailer. Under Paris. Now, don't fear, the movie is in English. I know that the trailer was in French, but the movie on Netflix is in English. So, the logo is pretty cool. This movie, like I said, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was a horrible film. There is a theme to this movie as well as a message. Climate change metaphor. The film reflects our environmental crisis through the lens of shark terror. Holy shit, why was that hard to get out? Climate change metaphor. The film reflects our environmental crisis through the lens of shark terror. And they do a really, really good job at bringing that forefront. Hello, Addie. How are you? Happy Sunday. I wonder if this shark is related to Jaws. No, this is a different breed of shark. This is a brand new breed of shark, actually. There's some scientific insight behind these sharks, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm not a shark fan. I don't like open water, and sharks are just scary as fuck. But the scientific insight with this film is that Lilith reproduces asexually, a phenomenon that is actually real for some shark species, which I thought that was very interesting. In this movie, Lilith, that is the shark, she grows really fast and she's able to reproduce without a male. And she reproduces by a lot, like a shit ton. Lilith was my favorite character. Yes, Lilith is amazing. As I get a little closer towards the end of it, I'll tell you a little bit more. Jaws started my fear of open water and my love for shark movies. Oh, that's nice. We got an ad break happening right now, so we're just gonna deviate. My fear of water happened when I was quite young, and I actually drowned. I was saved. So that is where my fear of water comes from. And I don't like open water. I don't like water in general, like in pools and shit like that. I'm not one for going into them, and I'm not one for going on boats because it just brings up my anxiety. Made me terrified of sharks. Jaws made everybody fucking terrified. Bruce the shark was scary as fuck. It was vicious. It was aggressive. Jaws is a scary horror movie. And there will be people out there like, Jaws isn't a horror movie. Fuck you, it isn't. It is a horror movie. It makes people afraid. It makes people disgusted. It just brings that fear, and that's horror is all about. I was 4 when I saw Jaws for the first time. I was quite young as well when I saw Jaws. And I watched it on television, not on the movies, right? On a TV back in the day. Like some scorpions can reproduce without males too. Yeah, there's some insects and other things that can reproduce without males. Not Jaws. It was a '07 movie. They got locked in a swimming pool with sharks. Oh, it's a 007 movie. Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen that. I don't know. Bruce traumatized an entire generation afraid of the water. 100%. 100%. Bruce is the shark in Jaws, and yes, literally traumatized an entire generation. 100%. I was one of those. All right, so we are done with that ad. Welcome back, Shark with Lasers, Dr. Evil. Okay, so the triathlete scenes were filmed in open-air water tank in Alicante, Spain, not in the Seine due to its pollution. Now, I know I did not pronounce that part of Spain correctly. Please don't come at me. The pronunciation of names and things is really hard. The underwater scenes took place in Belgium on an indoor water stage. So a lot of the water scenes, all of the water scenes that you see, were all controlled. And there was an air water tank, and then in Belgium, all of the underwater scenes were taken care of there on an indoor water stage. So there was really no, I mean, anything could happen going underwater, but this was not out in open water by any means. So they didn't have to worry about being eaten by sharks. Shark reminds me of the shark in the deep blue sea. Yeah. A funny Jaws story. My parents saw it in theaters. My mom said that they sat so close that when Jaws swam by, she swore she could see up his nose. Yeah, you never know. That is close. Freaking lasers on their foreheads, right? Yeah. I also got some really cool information for you about the Seine. In the movie, you get to hear that there is live artillery down below in the Seine. And that is actually true. There are artillery shells in the Seine over the years. In 2022, divers found 154 World War II shells in the Seine at the Quai des Austerlitz in Paris. The shells were found in an area the size of a soccer field and had no ignition system. So that part of the movie is true. The Seine has always carried remnants of warfare, and the river has also been home to other exotic animals like the crocodile, a royal python, piranha, and even a whale. So it's not really based on a true story. It's based on a bunch of stories that actually happened in real life, not in the Seine, but just clippings and stories of actual shark attacks. Unexploded ordnance. Yeah. The artillery shell mines, underwater mines, etc., all scattered all over Europe. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Daggum naughty Germans, right? That's funny considering all controversy at the Olympics this year with the Seine. Well, yeah, and this movie came out in perfect timing because it came out right before the Olympics being held in Paris. And the Seine's water is highly polluted, like highly polluted. The government there spent billions of dollars trying to clean out the Seine. Yeah. I know, it's like the Hudson River, right? I think it's important to note that these things have not gone off yet and are killing a few people every year still. Yeah. It's good that it had no ignition system. I've watched Jaws in a pond on an inner tube watching an outdoor projector. They do that here in a place called Sylvan Lake Zombie every summer. I have no part in that. Rhea, in being in the middle of the ocean and surrounded by sharks, being in the ocean is a high fear for me, Wickedy. I do not go into the ocean. I do not go swimming. I do not go into open water. No, thank you. Not for me. If God wanted me into the goddamn water, I'd have fucking gills. I feel the same way about flying. If I was supposed to fly, I'd have wings. How did they come up with the name Lilith? Oh, I'm coming to that. I am coming to that. Don't you worry. I will not go on a cruise. I will not go on a death ship of germs. Fuck that. There's too many people on that ship. Too many people swimming around in their own germs, like hot tubs. It's like a skin cell soup. No, thank you. No, thank you. No fucking way. Same thing with a swimming pool. Ugh. Like having a bath. I'm not a huge person on baths either, guys. Like, I cannot swim anymore. PTSD from saving people. Yeah, and one almost drowned me. Yeah, I've learned how to swim since my drowning. When I was little zombie, I drowned, and someone did rescue me. Hell no. You could not pay me enough for that. Yeah. No, I wouldn't be able to do that either. I don't go anywhere. I can't touch the bottom. Yeah, my feet don't go into anything. I'm not getting my shit eaten off. It does feel like just about every year we hear about some kind of mass virus breakout on a ship. Yeah, no thanks. No effing thank you. I do not need to have any kind of outbreak of any nastiness. The cruise ships, everyone that I know that's gone on a cruise ship has gotten super sick. Okay, let's get back on track here because I'm going off the rails. Hello, Speedy Misha. How are you? Ugh, skin soup. Funnily enough, that live artillery makes more victims than sharks in the whole world. Yes, 100% Custos. It actually does. No deep water, right? Corona cruise. Yeah. I guess I won't visit you. Visit the Love Boat from the show. No, I wouldn't. Okay, so after every French production company turned Xavier Gens down, Netflix stepped in, releasing the film a month before the 2024 Paris Olympics, which I thought was great because now you have people see this movie and the Olympics are going to be happening in Paris. It already brings up a heightened kind of anxiety and kind of hype for the Paris Olympics. Well, in my mind, it did, knowing that this came out a month before the Olympics. Now, Lilith. Here we go. Lilith's name is a nod to demonology, where Lilith, the mother of monsters, births creatures of terror, a fitting name for a shark spawning a terrifying brood. Now, Lilith is swimming with fishing net and barrels. So there's a scene where Lilith herself is swimming with fishing nets and barrels trailing behind her. And that is a reference to Jaws with the iconic yellow barrels. I don't know if anyone put two and two together with that. That little homage to Jaws. Which was pretty cool. Now, the name Lilith is also supposed to be represented as Adam's first wife in Christianity as well. So you guys know that too, which I did read amongst looking up the name Lilith and reading about why they named this species of shark Lilith. She is the first of her kind. This shark was genetically modified, really, when you think about it. This shark was not just a shark that was swimming in the ocean. Lilith is one of a kind. She was the first of her kind as well. And like I said earlier, she's asexual. She was able to breed a brood, and I mean a lot, within a short amount of time without a male. Hi, Sebastian. How are you? Lilith wasn't really the villain in this movie. No, Lilith was not the villain in this movie. Not at all. And when you do see this movie and you watch it, it opens your eyes up to the amount of grossness and waste that humans really do. I mean, just watching and looking at the water and how polluted it is with everyday shit that we utilize and we just throw away, whether we throw it in the garbage, whether we throw it in the ocean, or we just let it blow into the ocean. It's pretty scary how we can annihilate the things that were naturally here. There's at least 3 species of sharks that are capable of virgin birth. Yes, there are shark species that can reproduce this way. Lilith is a behemoth. Now, the sonar, in the movie, the police are wearing sonar monitors. This is worn to help track the shark. Now, this is in resemblance to the motion trackers in Aliens 1986. That's another homage there, if you didn't catch that either. Well, it is Paris. That is very true. Stephen King gave this movie his approval. The master of horror himself praised this movie on X, which was Twitter. He really enjoyed this film. And it was really cool to see that he did. He praised this movie, which I think this movie was very well done. It brought in every factor. Yeah, okay, they did a lot of tropes, a lot of shark movie tropes, which you see throughout the film. But still, I thought it was very well done. And it's very satisfying to see certain people die in this movie. And to be honest with you, the sharks actually win. You know what I mean? This is a movie where the sharks actually win compared to other shark films. Man-Eater is the badass video game. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Under Paris reminds me a bit of Jaws 1975, which I saw at age 10. Yeah, Sebastian, and there are some homages to Jaws in this movie. Yeah, you remember hearing about him gushing over this film? Yeah, he did. He was all happy about the film, thought it was very well done. And I'm the same way. I thought this movie was very, very well done. I'm not one for shark movies. Like I said, they usually give me anxiety. So I don't watch a lot of shark movies. I haven't seen quite a bit. I've seen Under Paris, Deep Blue Sea, and Jaws. I haven't seen all the Jaws either. So as we are talking about sharks, I remember a mean tweet that says Jimmy Fallon has shark eyes. Oh. That's interesting. I don't know. I'd have to actually look at Jimmy Fallon. Though I do like the characters in this movie. They don't make you feel for them. You know what I mean? They give you emotions, and for the most part, I wanted everyone to be eaten. And it happens. For the most part, all the ones that you want them to eat, they actually get eaten. No, there were no real sharks utilized in this movie. Sharks would not be a kind of creature you would be able to train properly, especially in open water and with what they were doing. So all of the sharks were CGI. 47 meters down, you should watch. They basically eat humans because it has to be, well, yeah, when you're sharks don't normally will just attack you just to attack you. There's reasons why, right? Hello, Stay Tappin', how are you? Facts, not one shred of sympathy for any of the human cast. No, you don't get connected to the human cast, right? There is no connection there. You have no invested emotions besides pure death to them. So when I watched this movie, I did not connect to any of these characters. I also didn't have any like, oh, I hope she survives kind of feel towards any of them. There were a few that I was like, I hope she fucking gets eaten. I hope she dies. I've seen Under Paris 3 times now. I watched it twice on Saturday with the HORDE. And yeah, there was no connection with these characters. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That's actually a good thing for me. And some of the kills that these sharks do, the one scene where the shark is coming straight out of the water and basically swallows up the bitch, I was like, good on you, Lilith. G fucking G's, because that was an awesome shot. And it is the shot that is on my thumbnail on YouTube. I have been having the hiccups off and on. Oh, Stay Tapping, that sucks. I understand the hiccup bullshit. That sucks. I hope they stop for you. I don't know if you saw Piranha 3D. No, I did not. I've seen the original Piranha movie, but that would be it. Shark has to be bad. No matter what they eat to survive, humans to kill someone. Well, they eat other things in the ocean. They don't purposely go out of their way to eat humans. In this case, it was good that you couldn't get emotionally invested in any character. Yeah, you couldn't. There was no emotional investment. You wanted them each to die. Some of them you wanted to die even more than others. Because, yeah. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely check it out. It is worth your time to watch the movie. It's a little over an hour and a half. There is some good action in this film. There is some good gore in the film. And I'm not going to talk about like gore, like Terrifier gore. No, but there is numerous and lovely visuals of shark carnage. 100% shark carnage. And it's great. In this case, yeah, Yeah, you couldn't get emotionally attached to any of them. Never have I ever beneath still waters. Did you? No, no. I can tell you right now, the movies that I've watched with water, with sharks, that is horror, is Jaws, Deep Blue Sea. I've seen Piranha. The first Jaws. That's it. I'd rather eat octopus, fish, and all other sea animals, though. Oh, yeah, most likely. I mean, I don't think they... Oh, The Abyss. I've seen The Abyss as well. Yeah, that's a sci-fi horror, yeah. I did a deep dive on The Abyss on Coffee Chat of Horrors. I don't know if that's up on my YouTube channel or not, but The Abyss is a fucking masterpiece of a movie. I usually watch it stoned. Sharks eat the garbage in the ocean. Yeah, there shouldn't be any garbage in the ocean. Do you know what I mean? Quindy, hello. Honestly, the second 47 meters down under is the scariest. Just those underwater caves. Oh, hell no. Okay, sidetrack here. Have you guys seen these videos where people are going into these fucking holes in the water and they're like, you know, this big and, you know, there is, who knows if there's a way out, and these people are just going into that? That is horrific. You deserve to get whatever happens to you because you're putting yourself in that situation. Those videos kick my anxiety off like no tomorrow. Hell no. Yeah, The Abyss is a great movie. It is an awesome movie. And to know that one of the actresses almost actually drowned in that movie. But yeah, even the descent, yeah, fuck that. Why are you going into the earth? Like, why are you going down there? Why? Do you want ancient evils to pop up? Do you want what happens on Mars to happen on Earth? Like, stay the fuck out of those caves. There was a time I was kind of obsessed with Beneath Still Waters as a kid until I saw fragments of it on TV Cave. Oh, okay. I'll become the Enchantress from the DC. Have you guys seen The Ghost of Mars? That's where my reference came from. Like, do you want Earth to turn into Mars? If you've never seen Ghost of Mars, I did a CCOH on that movie as well. The Ghost of Mars is a great fucking film. It's hard to find, but it is an amazing film. Ice Cube didn't like it, but I thought it was very well done. And Ice Cube is in Ghost of Mars. But in the Ghost of Mars, they're digging, and they hit something which releases some crazy virus spore type of fucking thing, and it's just horrendous. It's hard to find. Yes, I have the DVD. It is hard to find streaming. Yeah. Ghost of Mars, if I can recommend any movie, Ghost of Mars. Looks back and sees scrolling police preparing to pull Ron over. I know, I'm so bad. Remember, fish are friends, not food, according to Brucey the shark from Nemo. Yeah, well, as a human, everything's food. Killer whales are more dangerous because they are smaller. I wouldn't be surprised. I have no interest in going into the water by any means. Personally, I'm afraid of water like Jason. Yeah. I'm not going to lie, though. I do love eco horror. Yes, eco horror is great. Reminds us that Carlin is right. We are nothing more than a virus, and one day Mother Earth will get rid of us. Oh, 100%. I saw Ghost of Mars. It's like a zombie movie. It is. Marie, thank you for your 17-month resub. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the sub hype. Mwah, thank you very, very much. Ghost of Mars is great. If you like eco horror, I know we're sidetracking. We're getting off script here, which is okay though, because Under Paris is not like a huge lots of information. Another really good eco movie would be Gaia. Gaia is a really great eco horror movie. And it kind of ties into The Last of Us and how The Last of Us started. It's not canon. No. It's just my connection to the game Outlast. Oh my God. The Last of Us. Gaia at the end, basically, if it was a part of canon for The Last of Us, this is how the virus started. Best eco horror, The Happening. The Happening is great. But Marie, have you seen Gaia? You want to talk about best eco horror? Gaia is amazing. Gaia was good. Example of a different horror movie done right. 100%. It is a different type of horror movie, and it is a good one. Gaia is mind-blowing. It is. It really is. It just hits you differently than any other eco horror. I can't wait to play The Last of Us Part 2 before Season 2. Yeah. I need to get back into The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us is a game that made me cry. Love it. We know where Ra's brain is. Yeah, Outlast. All right, let's get up to the last little bits of information here that I have for you on Under Paris. Sharks do not naturally inhabit the Seine, though its connection to the Atlantic Ocean could inspire such a concept. So no, sharks are not in the Seine. However, could it happen? Anything is possible. Will it happen? Who knows? But for the most part, it ain't. The idea of sharks in unusual places draws from real life incidents, but remains fictional for this film. Like I said, sharks being in areas that they're not supposed to be in, that does happen around the world. And this movie does pull from real life stuff where sharks are being in places that they don't normally go or shouldn't be. However, this movie itself is not real. It is not based on any true events. No, there are no sharks in the Seine. But at the same time, that water is so highly polluted, it's not even funny. You weren't no, The Last of Us 2 is okay. The movie claimed there were sharks in the Thames. Yes. I enjoyed Lake Placid. I love Lake Placid. Bull sharks can live in fresh water for a while before having to return to the salt water. Yeah. And in the Paris government spent millions of dollars to try to clean up the Seine. Millions of dollars. They've tried, but they haven't been successful in cleaning it up at all. Let me see what the... Oh, I don't think I have it here. We need shark facts to go with cat facts, right? I don't know if they even have something like that. They used to have dog facts and then dad jokes, but I think the website is no longer in existence. Just the whole story, the characters, none of it was as good as the first game. I would have to agree with you, Deadwalk. The second game did not grip me as much as the first game did. I will still say the first game is the best. However, The Last of Us 2 wasn't a horrible game. Milk can give some cats diarrhea. Yeah, that's a good cat fact. Yeah, I can. Ugh. Cow milk. I just spilled coffee. Mm-hmm. Alrighty then. Not a good place to spill coffee. The Last of Us 2 is beautiful dissection of the dichotomy between obsession and affection. I didn't mind The Last of Us 2. The game. I really like the TV series. Like, I'm really enjoying the Last of Us TV series. 2 wasn't too bad of a game. I still prefer 1, as 1 really gripped me with an emotion. It's one of the first games that actually made me cry. A good substitute for cat's milk is goat's milk. Yeah, goat's milk is because it's not as harsh on the digestive system as cow's milk is. From 2012 to 2021, sharks killed 60 people around the world. In that same time, we have killed 100 million sharks a year. Yeah, I know. It's pretty horrific what we do to Mother Nature. And we have all these movies that make us fearful of sharks. Meanwhile, sharks, all honestly, they don't go out of their way to kill humans. They don't wake up one day swimming around in the ocean and say, today is the day I'm going to eat that lady at the beach. It just happens. Right? And it's not as often as some people like to think. People tend to believe movies like Jaws or like 47 meters down, or whatever shark movie that these sharks attack on a regular basis and they're attacking and eating more and more people. And that's not true. It's just like wolves. Werewolves. Wolves have a really bad rep as well. And meanwhile, wolves don't kill nearly as many people as we kill them, or as it's made out to be. More vending machines kill people a year than sharks. 100%. Cigarettes. Look at that one right there. Boom. The TV series is good. Thankfully, Max didn't screw it up. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the TV series. They are one of the oldest marine life forms, survived for millennia, and then man comes along. 100%. Bruce swims around in the morning and chooses violence. Well, Bruce, yeah, I can see Bruce. He's a big great white shark. There are a lot of misunderstood animals out there. 100%. I do know a very hotly contested debate in Japan is over shark fin soup. Yeah. Yeah, but it's really hard to write a man versus nature story with vending machines as a primary antagonist. Very true, Blindside. You're not wrong there. A horror movie could be made. We have the sofa, right? We have teeth. We have rubber. But yeah, sharks. As in closing, sharks are scary. Scary movies are fun. Shark movies are eco-horror movies, if you honestly think about it. Having a shark, a killing machine that survives in water and can eat you in a blink of an eye. Under Paris is a very well-made horror movie, eco-horror movie. Its theme is about climate change through the eyes and through the lens of sharks, which is a really cool twist on learning about the environment. In this monstrous aquatic thriller delivers a mix of suspense, social commentary, and spine-chilling terror. It's a sharp-toothed warning about humanity's impact on the environment and the consequences lurking beneath the surface. That is exactly what that is. And this is the end of CCOH. We will be doing it just chatting here in a few moments. But if you are watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button or that like button and comment. Tell me down below, what is your favorite shark movie? I also want to thank each and every one of you for joining me and diving into the murky depths of Under Paris 2024. If you love this deep dive, grab your favorite brew and meet me next Sunday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. We'll be exploring the grim and grotesque French horror classic Martyrs from 2008. Until then, stay eerie, stay spooky, and remember, every shadow has a story and every scream is a lullaby for the haunted. This is ReAnimateHer signing off. Stay sinister, my ghouls. Boom. And that's it for a coffee chat of horrors. Now we get to sit and chit chat. Yeah, Mystic, we're going to sit and chit chat for a bit. Coffee chat is only usually about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. New study shows that Megalodon is longer than once thought, but skinnier. It doesn't look like a great white like it once thought. Oh, interesting. I love the movie Maximum Overdrive, Quindy. Maximum Overdrive is great. And they also had another movie called Trucks, which is also from Stephen King's short. When Jaws screened for the first time, sharks were put on the endangered species list due to how many were killed due to the claim that they are killers. Yeah, and that's sucky. Well, with all the junk that goes into the processed food and vending machines, they could easily be turned into bloodthirsty metal flesh-eating monsters. It definitely can. 100%. 100%. Are the two-headed and three-headed sharks movies any good? I don't know. I can't tell you, Chloe. I've never seen them. I'm not a shark person. That's man versus technology with its own whole separate type of movie. I'm not saying sharks deserve to die or that we should be afraid of them, but we should understand that animals in media stand for primal force of nature versus mankind's delicate society. 100%. Oh yeah, we always just chit chat for the last 30 minutes and whatnot, right? My best friend is naming her daughter Lilith. Lilith is a great name. It's an old name. It's a name that's really no longer used. That was informative. I appreciate that. I'm glad you liked it. I built the goblin truck. Yes, that's awesome. If you want to see any of Zombie Nation's artwork that he does, if you go into the Discord under the what the hell is it called? I can never remember the channel's name. For whatever reason, I can never remember the channel's name. Most people just name their kid Lily. Yeah, I have a friend who's named their kid Chilling Creations. That's the name, Chilling Creations. I have a friend who named her daughter Layla. But yeah, no Lilith or Lily. Those are old names, right? There's a lot of old names that you don't hear anymore. Welcome back from that ad, guys. We all know that superior shark movie, Sharknado. Didn't kill count just do? I have no idea. I don't really watch kill counts. Three-headed sharks, they will remind you of Sharknado. So Chloe, Zombie Nation said three-headed sharks will remind you of Sharknado. So if you ever watch Sharknado, probably on the same line of that. I chose the name Dahlia. Yeah, Dahlia is an old name that doesn't get used anymore. There's a lot of old names when come to think about it that you don't really see newer generations like Mary, Irene, Susan, in any of my grandbabies' friends or anything like that. That not Ruth, yeah. These are names that haven't been used in a long time. But you know, movies like Under Paris and Jaws, well, especially Under Paris, you know, sharks are scary. And for the most of us, a lot of us don't know a lot about sharks. But sharks are just like any other creature on this planet. Sharkaroo, Berta. Oh God, yeah, Berta. I haven't heard. Fuck, I didn't go to school with anybody with the name of Berta. They come back around eventually. Hopefully, there's some really nice old names out there that should come back. I mean, there's some that should just, you know, Mildred. Mildred is one of those names that should not come back. Isn't Berta short? Well, Alberta is where I live, and we call it Berta. John Williams just nailed it with the Jaws theme. It feels like you're swimming away from the shark the entire time. Yeah. I've seen clips of the original Jaws, but not the whole movie. Oh, Chloe, watch Jaws. Watch Jaws. The Jaws made way for every other shark movie out there. Piranha is really good too. And if memory serves me, Piranha came out in 1979. I know it came out in the late 70s. And again, it made way for all of these other shark movies and fish movies we have. So, Berta is short for Roberta, which is actually one of my favorite Italian names. Oh, I know people with the name of Roberta. Yeah. I love Roberto in Futurama. He's the robot, Roberto. First one was good though. Yeah, the first one is good. Yeah. Madison is a beautiful name. The Splash movie with Daryl Hannah made it popular. Yeah, Madison. I know quite a few Madisons. Especially in the younger generation. So like my daughter, my youngest Spawn's age in the 20s. I know a lot of Madisons, a lot of Haleys. Another name that you don't hear much of is Tina. I had to fix Dr. Herbert West. I have to fix that. I do have a poll in the movie channel in the Discord. Martyrs is a movie that we're going to be discussing next Sunday. It is a extreme French horror movie, and I say extreme because it's on that level. It came out towards the end of the extreme horror French horror sensation. One of the favorite horror flicks that doesn't get enough love is The Endless, a 2017 horror flick. The Endless. I'm gonna have to write that down. A good triple feature is Jaws, Piranha, and Congo. Congo is great. Definitely a good movie. Let's watch The Endless, 2017. 78. I knew it came out in the late 70s. Thanks, Deadwalk. Well, my government name is Rare as well. Oh, well, there you go. Must have stopped after the first Nightmare movie. Martyrs was one of those that did keep me up at night. Yes. So Martyrs is a brutal film. And we're going to be deep. Now, there's a remake of Martyrs. Again, the remake is softer than the original. Just to put it out there. So if you're looking for the Martyrs that we are going to be deep diving into, it'll be 2008. We usually watch the horror movie or movie that we are deep diving on CCOH in the Discord on Thursday nights. Sometimes they play on Saturdays if I'm busy on the Thursday. But we are going to be watching Martyrs. I don't know who wants to watch it in Discord. In my opinion, no horror movie will ever outdo Freddy. Some people love Freddy, right? Nightmare on Elm Street. But yes, Martyrs is a brutal film. Gore flicks don't scare me. They just make me feel nauseous. This isn't a gore flick. If you've never seen Martyrs, it's just a brutal film. It is brutal. It probably will keep you up at night. It pissed me off. To be honest with you, I've seen Martyrs quite a few times, and the movie makes me angry. It's very angry. That is the biggest emotion when I watch this movie. It makes me fucking angry. I'd love to be there, but it's back to the normal schedule this week. Yeah. Well, if we don't watch it Thursday night at 6 p.m., Macabre, we've been watching movies Saturday at 3 p.m. and then again at 6 p.m. Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah. Tonight's movie is Late Night with the Devil. So yes, tonight in the Discord, actually about 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Darkbreaker is going to be playing movies in the Discord, and tonight they'll be playing Late Night with the Devil. But yes, I won't recommend Martyrs unless you enjoy extreme film. And I'm not talking about extreme like a Serbian film or Grotesque, the Japanese film. It's a different kind of extreme horror movie. It's very similar to like High Tension, but not a slasher, right? It's got some psychological ordeals that can trigger PTSD. 100% zombie. And it's on a different level than Headless. Headless is one of my favorite fucking movies ever. But Headless is a pretty fucked up movie, and it's about men's mental health and how destructive a mother can be on their son. Rod, did you happen to look up that ventriloquist dummy movie? I forgot which one. I thought it might be Dead Silence, Diella, but I could be wrong. I was trying to Google, but I'm not really sure. All I will say is that it's a good film. Late Night with the Devil. Late Night with the Devil is a really good film. I enjoyed it 100%. Hence all the serial killers in the U.S. Well, there's serial killers all over, right? There are 9 things that every serial killer has. And the very first top 2 is mom and dad issues. Right? But I tell you, man, Late Night with the Devil wasn't quite what I was expecting. However, it was a good movie. Yeah, it wasn't what I was expecting either, Ace. But I did enjoy it thoroughly when I watched it. I really enjoyed the way they recreated the 70s feel. And I thought the acting was well done. Dead Silence, yeah, Rainey. I don't think it's the movie that Diella is talking about, though. Okay, so Diella, back in the day, Diella saw a commercial for a horror movie. She's not really sure what horror movie, but anyway, in the commercial, the dummy actually turns and looks at you. Is that correct, Diella? Oh yeah, that 70s feel was absolutely 100% done. Yeah, it was. It was, Ace. Hello, Pumpiest, darling. How are you? About 45 years ago. Yeah, so I'm you know what? Let's take a look. Is anybody out there may know this movie? If you do, chime in. I have been trying to search for the film as well. It's a movie about 45 years ago. Magic came out in 1978. Oh, yeah. I think the only killer that wasn't abused as a child was Dahmer was highly abused. Mother was a drug addict, alcoholic. His father was also abusive to Dahmer. Dahmer has a horrific backstory as well. Not as horrific as some of the other serial killers out there. But yeah, Dahmer did have some shit. Yeah. I'm not really into horror. I much prefer psychological thrillers. My favorite idea is The Others. Oh, Mystic, since I love psychological horror movies or even psychological thrillers. Have you seen the movie Pet? P-E-T. There's quite a few documentaries on Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't suggest watching the dramatizations because there's truth sprinkled throughout. but there is quite a bit of documentaries and true crime deep dives on Jeffrey Dahmer Wickedy. You can find some on YouTube. There's a couple on Netflix. Tubi has a couple of really good ones about Dahmer. There's also a few movies. Again, any dramatization of Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, Ed Kemper, etc., do not watch them for fact, because they're not full facts. They are sprinkled with truth. The rest of it is all dramatization. Check out the movie Pet. The commercial was on TV, one of the original 3 networks. That's about the only way I would have seen the movie or trailer or ad. Yeah, Russians have. The chick guy. I can't pronounce his name because it's hard for me, Speedy. But that chick guy is pretty fucked up. If you know anything about serial killers, you'll know about him. And Russia likes to hide their serial killers. They like to claim they don't have any. Chikatilo? Yes, that's it. He's fucked. But you know what? Russia has a ton of serial killers, but they hide it. Do you know it took them forever to find Chikatilo because they refused to even think that they had a serial killer. Yeah. I was saying it might be magic. Diella, look up magic. In 1978, a lot of Russia's serial killers worked for the government. That too. Edmund Kemper. Edmund Kemper. I like learning about Ed. He just had his birthday on December 18th. I remember seeing an evil dummy in the original Zapped movie. Yeah, Zapped. How old is Zapped, Chloe? Because Diella is looking for a movie that's going back about 45 years. I can't believe 45 years seems like a long time ago, but it really wasn't. And do you know in was it 5 years? The 80s will be 50 years old. Oh my Lord, that's disgusting. Magic was in 1978. And it has Anthony Hopkins in it, a very young version of Anthony Hopkins. See, dolls, yeah, Dolly Dearest, the Zulu doll section, oh my God, Trilogy of Terror is great, and Death Doll. But Zapped is 82. This would be a movie 45 years ago. About 45 years ago. So I know, Macabre, I know, right? I think it's 5 years, and the 80s would have been 50 years ago. That's disgusting. Zapped is a movie with Scott Baio. Yeah, no, Diella is looking for a movie that she's seen the ad to when she was a kid that really stuck with her. It was about a ventriloquist, and the dummy itself slowly turned at you. And when I heard that, I thought of Dead Silence. My mother-in-law would love Trilogy of Terror. Yeah, Trilogy of Terror is a great movie. That fucking little Zulu doll. Holy crap, he was horrendous. He was quite scary. I know. I'm going to be, 48 this year. The trailer I could find online isn't the one I saw, but it could be that movie. Could be. It could be. Thank you, Stay Tappin'. This is handmade by a lady in the UK. A lot of the jewelry that I wear is handmade. I buy a lot of my stuff off of whether it's Etsy or other websites. I'm not huge into going to jewelers and shit like that. But when people make things, I really love handmade jewelry. So a lot of the stuff that you see, except for my urn that I wear that has Chico's ashes in it, is not handmade. But my pearl necklace that you see is handmade. This necklace, my other bat one, my knife is all as well. Permission to post a pic from Dolly Dearest to see if it. Yeah, go for it you should be able to do it in Discord. The trailer, yeah. So the trailer I could find online isn't the one I saw. Yeah, I'm not sure. Gary Ridgway. Yeah, my hobby, Wickedy, is reading and learning about serial killers. So yes, I know quite a bit. I can recommend some really good books and audiobooks if you're ever interested. I love earrings. I have a thing about bats. I love bats. This is my eyeglass holder, right? I can wear earrings, but sometimes I have issues with my ears, so I don't wear as many earrings, but all of my earrings are also handmade. I like different off the chart kind of jewelry. Stuff that you won't see other people wearing, right? A lot of the handmade stuff I buy, I get at shows and yes, Diella, the HorrorCon is where I buy a lot of my jewelry. Definitely. Dolly Dearest was in 1991, unless there is an earlier version. Yeah, Dolly Dearest, I believe, is too late. Yeah, I love handmade jewelry. I know, you make quite beautiful handmade jewelry. This would be late 70s, mid 80s. I'm a total geek about the Sky Puppies. Oh. Speaking of bats, Ra has a good one on her shop. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You want to meet Boris? This is my Boris. And Boris is adorable, and Boris is only like $12 on my website. And he flies. If you go to my website, you can get yourself your very own Boris. I believe he's about $12 American. Right there is my website, theghoulshop.com, and you can take a look at some of the other stuff that we offer. There's going to be some newer stuff that Heavy is actually making, that we will be selling. And look at Frank. This is one of my favorites as well. He's posable, or you can have him as a keychain. But this is another one of my favorites. Is my little Frankie. But there will be some more stuff that we will be adding that we make ourselves. Shipping was $10, but worth it. Yes. Well, we had to go. Well, that's when the postal service was under, right? So we had to go using that other place that Zombie Nation recommended. We used that site, and our postal service is now back in session. Okay, so just a heads up, Christmas cards and other things will be going out this month. So our postal service, if you did not know, here in Canada, our postal service was on strike for a full month. That means from November to basically all of December, we had no mail whatsoever. None. So there is a huge backlog of mail coming. And I've been watching my post box because I've been waiting for shit. And it's insane. But yes, with the postal service, we should be able to hopefully get a better, it's international shipping, because of course, US and Canada is considered international, even though we're fucking connected by land. It's considered international shipping. Me too, Speedy Misha. Me too. I will only look if you recommend it. Thank you, Speedy. Is a Carnival of Souls? Carnival of Souls is not a bad movie. We'll try to find it. Yeah, he's really cute. We'll also have, so Heavy is making a couple of other things that we'll have up on the site as well. And I'm in the process of creating a couple of little things as well I'm excited about, but I won't say anything yet. Speedy, thank you for your 5 stream streak. I appreciate it. Hey, Eccentric, how are you? Good day, good day. Hi, Isabel. There was a movie called The Dummy, but I think that was a really long time ago. So we're looking for a movie that's about 45 years old. So anywhere from like 70s to the mid 80s. Not yet. I told him he should get back into his metal shop dick work. And he's like, that's just way too difficult when he doesn't have everything at home. Does Heavy still make? Yeah, he does. Out of metal. Where is my? I am gonna have Heavy paint this one though, and I'm going to be sending it. I'm going to have him do this one, metal flake and gloss and stuff. He used to make a whole bunch of them back in the day, and we used to give them out to whenever I had a charity event, the top donator would get one, which I'm looking at you there, Zombie. But we used to do them back in the day when Heavy worked in a shop. He used to be able to cut out these giant penises, and then he would hand paint them, the raw cacacorn, exactly. He would paint them. And he would sometimes do pinstriping on them, and he would do different things on them, metal flake them out as well. But we haven't done that in a while. Thank you, Mystic. There are more coffee cups to come. I'm just really slow at updating my website. Making Contact was a young boy that developed psychic powers to stop a possessed ventriloquist dummy from threatening his family and friends. Isabella said The Dummy. I don't know if anybody has looked up the movie The Dummy, but a few people did say Magic from 1978. Diella is not 100% sure. But this one came from Isabel over on X that suggested The Dummy. I don't know the year of that one. But yes, I do have Mystic. I do have the classic monsters in my coffee mugs for Coffee Chat of Horrors, and they're all made after me. So there's the raw Frankenstein, raw Dracula, raw werewolf, and the creature from the Black Lagoon, made basically out of my face as the model. I just haven't had them. I don't think they're all up there yet, but they all coincide with CCOH. This one broke. I'm so upset that it dropped. So this is raw Frankenstein. This is me as Frankenstein. I dropped it and the fucking handle broke off. I was so pissed. Well, The Dummy was a Twilight Zone episode. Oh, The Dummy was a Twilight Zone episode. You know what? The Twilight Zone did air on TV. I'm wondering if that might have been an ad for it. Don't know. 1959? Was it in color, Diella, or was it black and white? I didn't ask that question. Was it an in-color commercial? Because I remember being young and seeing ads for the Twilight Zone. Rhea, if they recreate Creature from the Black Lagoon, they are. They are doing a new movie. Oh, 1962? No worries, Deadwalk. It was very in shadows. I want to say it was in color, but I could be misremembering. Thank you, Mystic Dawn. Thank you very, very much. I'll be adding some more stuff this year. There'll be some pillows like Scream Queen. I have some other stuff that I'm creating the artwork on there. So it's slow because I don't have a lot of time. So I work on things in my spare time. If that's, spare time. Yeah, the new Creature from the Black Lagoon will be coming. It will be coming. Yep. I remember The Dummy in the Twilight Zone is black and white. Yeah, but I'm wondering if, that's why I asked Yella, was the commercial black and white or was the commercial in color? Yeah, what's spare time again, right? What? No way. They better not mess up this class. I don't think they're going to mess it up. And we are getting to be about that time. The new Wolfman will be in color as well. Yeah, I love the original Wolfman. I really love the Universal monsters. I was 7 or 10-ish. For all I know, it was one of those stupid clapping monkeys instead. I can't remember shit. Yeah. You know, there was a movie that I couldn't find for years. And I mean years. And I went on Reddit. I was actually on Twitch. And I was on Reddit searching for the movie. I was young. I was maybe about 10. And my aunt and my family, I wasn't allowed to watch the movie. They were watching the movie, but, you know, I had to use the bathroom so I can kind of sneak peek what they were watching. It was at night. So I'd get up and have to use the bathroom. And as I'm walking by, I see this thing on the television. And it's this giant slug-like creature that would go from one body into another body through the mouth. And this movie, I only saw a piece of it at that age, and it fucked me up. Later on in life, I couldn't figure out what movie it was. I was searching for the movie for a while. And then one day I was talking about it, and I'm trying to figure out what movie this was. And someone said, it's The Hidden. And I'm like, The Hidden? Let's look this shit up. I found it. It is The Hidden, and it's horrific. Horrific. I don't like things going into people's mouths like that, like horror movie stuff. So The Hidden. Hello, Orthane. How are you? Yeah, sounds like an X-Files episode, but it wasn't. It was an actual friggin' movie. Horde scours the web for ventriloquist film. Turns out to be a commercial for clapping monkeys. Right? I wonder if after 100 years they will recreate Hunchback of Notre Dame. They did Nosferatu. Yeah, Nosferatu is a remake of the 1922 German horror vampire film, right? Count Orlok. I know, I feel bad. Everyone was trying to be helpful. It's all good. It's all good. But this is how you kind of figure out movies that you haven't seen in a while, right? Exactly, like The Hidden. This movie messed me up as a kid, and I didn't even see the whole movie. I just saw a portion of the movie that fucked me as a child. That happened with Idle Hands for me. My mom and I watched it, and we couldn't remember the name of and I randomly found it 15 years later. It's hilarious. And it's hilarious how amazing the internet is as well. Because all I did was say it was a thing that came out of this guy's mouth. The other guy was in the hospital bed, and he had this big black nasty thing came out of his mouth, and he opened up the mouth of the guy in the hospital bed, and then it went from his mouth into the other guy's mouth in the hospital bed. This is the part that I seen. And I was been trying to find it forever. And finally, somebody was like, oh, I know that movie. It's called The Hidden. So yeah, watch it at your own risk. How the Munsters movie with Rob Zombie. I heard Cassandra Peterson. I didn't find it horrible, Chloe. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. It is a good movie. I did watch it, but I only watched it once because I can't stand the grossness of this alien parasite thing going out of one person's mouth and into the other person's mouth. It makes me uncomfortable. So for me, I've only watched it fully once. Exactly. We are here for each other. That's what makes this community so amazing. But guys, it is about that time. If you missed my deep dive into Under Paris from 2024, you can check it out over on my YouTube channel. There will be chapters, so you can skip all of the live shenanigans that we do and get down to the nitty gritty, which is all the information and facts that we have for Under Paris 2024. And if you want to check out Under Paris 2024, you can check it out on Netflix. There was a movie about a woman and her son that turns into Swami's cats. To this day, those cats freak me out. Oh, the zombie monsters. Siamese. Okay, Siamese. Swamis. I thought that was like a different breed of cat. I don't know every breed of cat, right? So who knows? It could have been a breed of cat. Of course, thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for chatting and being a part of the horror conversation. I really do appreciate it. All good, Mystic Dawn. I am used to Regal knees. My mod and friend Regal, she has some of the words that she types. So we're used to that here. It's all good. Plus, our friend Serial Killer uses Siri to talk into his phone to type text for him, and that's always a lot of shenanigans with that one. And now I have no excuse to delay doing videos. Boo. Nah. Thank you all for being here on your Sunday morning, afternoon, or evening. I greatly appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to spend it with me. Amari, thank you for re-sacrificing your soul for 17 months. I really do appreciate it. We will be live Monday night, and I believe on Monday night we're going to be playing Outlast Trials. And then I think on Wednesday, we're going to bring back some zombies, and then we're going to look at some other games to bring into the stream. So you guys can catch me Monday night, Wednesday, and Friday nights. Sleepwalkers is a great movie. You have an amazing day. Stay tapping. Thank you to everybody who hung out and watched me, whether you were on X, Soup, YouTube, or even Twitter. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your chit chat. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope your Monday is as amazing as you are. I will see you guys tomorrow evening. I love your guts, and I will slash you all later. Bye.